You want to make your own giant light up mushroom that also doubles as a light up mushroom hat. Wow. Do you? Well then, great news for you. You are in the right place. Unfortunately for you, if you'd like to make a giant light up dandelion, you're in the wrong place. You gotta go over to my profile. There's a tutorial pinned right at the top of my page, okay? But on to the mushroom. So because I've only ever made one of these giant bad boys so far, basically I'm just going to take you along with me while I make a second one for someone very, very special. That means I'm not doing like measurements or anything exact or anything like that, okay? Much like the humble mushroom in nature, this is going to be very free form, flowy, organic. Okay, you're gonna come along with me on this journey as I create a second giant mushroom that also doubles as a hat.
TikTok did not save the beginning of my tutorial. So the inside of the mushroom is a big Folgers coffee canister that I cut a little hole out of the top of so that I could shove a giant wrapping paper tube inside of it. So wrapping paper tube inside the coffee canister, and then I taped around the bottom here just to help keep everything stable and sturdy. After that, I took strips of cardboard, like long strips of cardboard, and I wrapped them around the wrapping paper tube to help bulk it up some. And then once the whole thing had cardboard wrapped around it, I wrapped tinfoil around that, and then I taped all around the tinfoil. That was to help build up the base of the mushroom so that it wasn't all super skinny and everything.
So far for the hat part of the mushroom, I've taken poster board, wrapped it around my head, stapled it once I've gotten it to the size that I wanted. Once it was stapled, I cut a notch out of the front so that this back part can sit behind my ears and the front sits higher up on my forehead. Got a cardboard of circle in here, and I taped a larger poster board circle on top of that. These are 4 cardboard strips that I've taped along the base and then folded over, and this is to form the dome and the top of the mushroom. Now I'm going to crumple up some junk mail and I'm going to stick it in here just to help add some structure. Just like this, I didn't do too much because I actually want to be able to push down on this later to add kind of like some dips and divots to the mushroom head. And now we have to keep building out the shape of our hat. On my last one, I used cardboard, but this one I'm going to use EVA foam in hopes of making it lighter. I've cut out 2 trapezoids of 2mm EVA foam, and I'm going to start to wrap those around our hat part. They're going to attach around this middle here. Here is how the shape of the hat is looking so far. Got a couple of smaller trapezoids and then a bunch of little triangles to try to build out that shape and give us the volume that we want. I've also been going in with a heat gun and just kind of like heating up the foam and molding it to more of the shape that I want. This is definitely harder to work with than the cardboard, but again, I think that overall this will be lighter, and I'm trying to cut down on the weight of the hat. Just so you can see what the underneath is looking like so far. This is what it's looking like while we're wearing it so far. I'm pretty happy with where we're at. So next step is going to be taping around the top right there where the cardboard is, just to really finalize that shape and keep everything all compressed together. We're all taped up at the top. I'm happy with the shape of the top of the mushroom, and now I'm going to take this foam noodle, cut it in half, and wrap it